What is up, guys? This is Comic Hour. Subscribe, join the party, and here we go. Amazing Spider-Man number 46 by Wells, Zeb, and Carmen Canero. So as you know from the last issue, the Sinister Six were getting back together. Now, we should call it the Sinister Five because, as you know, Flint Mark, the Sandman, is in prison and they're missing a member. And basically, the Sinister Six, they're gathering together and they're planning to, take the Sandman out of prison, And Electro, he volunteered. He wants to be the one to take the Sandman out of prison. He even says it here and have fun doing it. Now, we transition to the East Village where Peter is just walking around out of his apartment and is thinking about the Sandman because Sandman has warned him in the last issue that the Sinister Six are coming for him, as you might remember. Now, as he walks along, he comes across Michelle, and she is questioning him on why, he didn't show up to a date that they had. And Parker is just feeling bad because he's saying that, I shouldn't really go on a date with you. You're Tombstone's lawyer. It's a conflict of interest, and she's kind of pissed off. She said conflict of interest. That could piss Tombstone off and cost me a client. You said you couldn't pass it up. I don't know. It was kind of hot. Sue me. She says that, And then Parker apologizes, and she's pissed off, so she leaves. And right above her is Jackpot. For those of you who don't know yet, Jackpot is Mary Jane. She has power. She has become a superhero now. Her power is basically, it's kind of like a slot machine where, she, in her arm, she basically, played a slot machine, and anything that comes up is a power, so she can use it. She got those power in the different dimension where Robbie, the scientist, was chasing her, and she was stuck in that dimension, and Parker was in the 616 universe, but she was stuck in that dimension with her now boyfriend Paul, and he created that jackpot machine on her arm, and that's how she got her power. Now, Peter is like, how long have you been there, wandering, and they go on top of the Ravencraft Institute rooftop, and basically they're talking, they obviously have feelings for each other still, she's basically telling him that they shouldn't be hanging out like this anymore because it's over, and Parker is just telling her, oh, we should, because, you're fighting crime now, so, it's your life now too. There's nothing weird about us hanging out, and, she's like, so, it's tolerable. That's what he said. That's what Parker is saying. And, she wanders off, but she's like, okay, good. Now, we transition to Ravencraft, where, as you remember, Aunt Anna is stuck there. And, she's very friendly with all the inmates. They all respect her. And next thing you know, the light goes off, electricity goes off, and as you know, that's probably Electro. Now, Mary Jane and Spiderman are there to save the day. They are going to go in there, but Electro is creating chaos in the building. And Jackpot, Mary Jane, she's going to use her power, as you can tell here with the arm. She's playing the slot machine, and she's going to use her power, unknown power yet. Now, the inmates are telling Aunt Anna that they're all leaving now that the gates are open. And she's like, you can't leave, we committed a crime, we should stay. And all the inmates are basically, they are against it. They are walking out. Now, when we get back to Electro, he's fighting Spider-Man and Jackpot. And as you know, Spider-Man saves Jackpot and falls on top of her. And, these feelings are coming back, and it's very familiar, because obviously Peter and Mary Jane's they were a couple. So it's very, very interesting and familiar. But then we go back to Sandman, and Electro is there. It's there to bail him out. Sandman is saying that I'm not a criminal anymore. I'm not gonna come with you anymore. Then Electro gets mad, but he gets a flower, a vase, thrown at his head by Anna Watson. And as soon as he's gonna, he's coming next to her to hurt her, the inmate that were walking out are coming back to save her because they respect her. And Electro, gets damaged here by a fireball, like a magic power that Maryjane has, and she knocks him down. And then the inmate takes care of him, and Peter shoves one of the inmate on top of him, and he gets knocked out. And basically Peter is like, hey, Hippo, now you can tell your friends that we team up together, with Spider-Man, because Hippo's a criminal. And I guess you could say that Spider-Man teamed up with criminals now. Now, as we move on to Anna Watson and Sandman, he's still in prison, and they're basically just hanging out. We're transitioning here with MJ and Peter, and they're talking. They obviously still have feelings for each other. Maryjane says, we make a good team, Peter. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. And Peter says, maybe that's a good reason to do it again. She's like, maybe, or maybe it's a good reason not to. And then Peter says, yeah, maybe. He agrees because they've tried so many times in that relationship. They've been together forever. They know each other very well. And it's like, at this point, it's kind of like, what's the point of trying? Because there's always something that comes up that misses our relationship. Now, we go back into Ravencraft with Sandman. And basically, Sandman's talking to the nurse, and he's saying that, he's not here. The Sandman's not here, so maybe I shouldn't be here too. And for some reason, he's turning bad, and he leaves, He leaves the prison. He escaped, and he goes and basically bail out Electro, who was on the SWAT team truck, bails him out, and he goes back to where the Sinister Six are at, and here he is. He says, I had to take matters into my own hands. Electro was no help. What's next? And he's ready to join the Sinister Six. Him and Electros are back, and they're planning their move. As Mr. Octopus says, I am so glad you asked. And that is it for this issue. Not too much happening. It's really about the relationship of Peter and Maryjane. That was the main core of this issue. I like the action, but not much going on in this issue. So hit the like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.